कैसे हो मेरे पढ़ाकू? ठीक। लास्ट टाइम आई गेव यू एग्जाम्पल 4.7 एंड एक्सरसाइज न्यूमेरिकल 4.1 इन होमवर्क। आप लोगों से वो सॉल्व हो गए होंगे। आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं एम्पियर्स सर्किटल लॉ के बारे में। कौन सा पढ़ने वाले हैं? एम्पियर्स सर्किटल लॉ। नई थियरी है। जैसे बायो-सावर्ट्स लॉ से हम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड फाइंड करते थे, वैसे ही अब एक नया लॉ है एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ। यूजिंग दिस वी आर गोइंग टू फाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड। जैसे हमने इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में कौन सा लॉ पढ़ा था? गाउसिस लॉ। तो यूजिंग गाउसिस लॉ वी कैन इजीली फाइंड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड व्हेन देयर इज सिमेट्री। हियर ऑल्सो वी कैन इजीली फाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड व्हेन यूनिफॉर्म अमाउंट ऑफ करंट इज फ्लोइंग। तो ये गाउसिस लॉ की तरह काम करने वाला है। जैसे बायो-सावर्ट्स लॉ से मैग्नेटिक फील्ड निकालने की प्रोसीजर बहुत लंबी हो जाती है, यहाँ पे हम इजीली मैग्नेटिक फील्ड फाइंड कर पाएंगे। तो खास ध्यान दें एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ में, इससे चीज़ें आसान हो जाएंगी, आसानी से हमें मैग्नेटिक फील्ड मिल जाएगी। हियर आई हैव कंसिडर्ड वन प्लेनर लूप। One planar loop I have considered. You can see this is the loop which is in one plane. You can consider loop in any plane. आपको जो अच्छा प्लेन लगे उसमें एक लूप कंसिडर कर लो। This loop I have considered. And these are the conducting wires through which some amount of current is flowing. Through this wire I1, through this wire I2, through this wire I3, through this wire I4, through this wire I5, through this wire I6 and through this wire I7. This much amount of current is flowing. Now here I have shown the direction of electric current also. तो करंट कौन सी डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है वो भी हमने दिखाया हुआ है। Here we have to divide this planar loop into small line elements. तो छोटे छोटे लाइन एलिमेंट में इसे डिवाइड कर दिया जाए तो ये कुछ छोटे छोटे लाइन एलिमेंट हम कंसिडर कर सकते हैं ऑन दिस प्लेनर लूप। एंड हियर सम ऑफ द कंडक्टिंग वायर्स आर एनक्लोज्ड बाय दिस लूप। हियर whenever we are considering this type of planar loop and some conducting wires are enclosed by the planar loop, at the time that loop is called Amperian loop. उसे क्या बोला जाता है? Amperian loop. Here line integration of magnetic field over this Amperian loop is equal to product of permeability of free space and algebraic sum of electric currents enclosed by this loop. This is called Ampere's circuital law, line integration of magnetic field. So here we will take magnetic field in the direction of this line element. Right now I am considering magnetic field in the direction of this line element. And using right hand screw rule we can find the sign convention for this electric current. याद हो तो हम लोगों ने चैप्टर नंबर 1 में गाउसिस लॉ में पढ़ा था क्लोज्ड लूप इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ क्लोज्ड लूप सरफेस इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज नथिंग बट algebraic sum of electric charges enclosed by the Gaussian surface upon permittivity of free space. ये चीज़ हम पढ़े थे चैप्टर नंबर 1 में। यहाँ पे देखिए कुछ ऐसी ही चीज़ें। Here we have taken surface integration. Here we have to take line integration. Here we have algebraic summation of electric charges enclosed by the Gaussian surface. Here we have to take algebraic summation of electric currents enclosed by the Amperian loop. This is permittivity of free space. This is permeability of free space. Due to electric charge, we will have electric field. Due to electric current, we will have magnetic field. According to Ørsted, magnetic field is due to electric current or moving charges. तो हम बोल सकते हैं करंट इज द सोर्स ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. तो इसकी वजह से ये जो करंट फ्लो हो रहे हैं, इन सारे करंट्स की वजह से कुछ नेट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड होगी डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स पे. सो हियर we can find that net amount of magnetic field at any considered point using this Ampere circuital law. हम फाइंड कर सकते हैं. You can take any arbitrarily shaped closed loop and that closed loop is called Amperian loop. So once again I am repeating Ampere circuital law, that is nothing but closed loop line integration of magnetic field is equal to product of permeability of free space and algebraic sum of electric currents enclosed by that loop. Once again, last time, closed loop line integration of magnetic field is equal to product of permeability of free space and algebraic sum of electric currents enclosed by this closed loop. Whenever we are taking line integration of magnetic field on this side, at that time we have to consider magnetic field due to all these current carrying wires I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6 and I7. But on this side, whenever we are taking algebraic summation of electric current, at that time we have to consider summation of the electric currents which are enclosed by this loop. On this side we have to consider magnetic field due to all the current carrying wires, but on this side we have to consider algebraic summation of electric currents enclosed by this loop. It means sigma I is nothing but algebraic summation of these 5 currents, algebraic sum of these 5 currents. Now how to consider the sign convention? साइन कन्वेंशन कैसे डिसाइड किया जाए, कौन सा करंट पॉजिटिव कौन सा करंट नेगेटिव. यहाँ पे मालूम है सिग्मा क्यू में कोई चार्ज पॉजिटिव होता था नेगेटिव होता था. यहाँ पे कैसे कंसिडर किया जाए पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव. अकॉर्डिंग टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ दिस लाइन एलिमेंट वी कैन डिसाइड द साइन कन्वेंशन फॉर दिस करंट्स. कैसे किया जाए? जस्ट यू हैव टू रोटेट स्क्रू in the direction of line elements. It means here line elements we have taken in this direction, so rotate this screw in the direction of line elements. So if we rotate the screw using right hand, then the screw will advance in upward direction. So here the currents which are flowing in upward direction can be taken positive. तो I1 क्या हो जाएगा? Positive. This I2 that is flowing in downward direction, so I2 will be negative. I3 positive, I4 positive, I5 negative. This. So using right hand screw rule, we can find the signs of electric currents. Just you have to move this screw in the direction of line elements. So line elements are in this direction, so just you have to rotate the screw in the direction of line elements and the screw will advance in one of the direction. The direction in which screw advances, in that direction we have to take current positive. Here screw will advance in upper direction, therefore we have to take the direction of electric current which is in upper direction positive. तो यहाँ पे I1 पॉजिटिव, I3 पॉजिटिव, I4 पॉजिटिव, I2 negative, I5 negative. Just we have to take the algebraic summation of electric currents which are enclosed by this Amperian loop. बाहर वाले सिग्मा आई में कंसिडर करने नहीं हैं. इज दिस क्लियर? क्या ये चीज़ समझ में आ गई? एकदम परफेक्ट. तो एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ आपको क्लियर हो चुका है. वंस अगेन, closed loop line integration of magnetic field is equal to product of permeability of free space and algebraic sum of electric currents enclosed by this loop. This is Ampere circuital law. Using this, we can easily find magnetic field. But there is one limitation of Ampere circuital law. This Ampere circuital law is applicable to only steady currents. This Ampere circuital law is applicable to only steady currents. What is the meaning of steady current? The currents for which direction and magnitude does not change, then that currents are called steady currents. The currents for which direction and magnitude remain same, then that currents are called steady currents. So Ampere circuital law is applicable to steady currents only. Is it clear? Let me take the example of Ampere circuital law. Let me obtain the value of magnetic field using Ampere circuital law. Magnetic field due to extremely long, very thin current carrying straight wire. What we have to obtain? Magnetic field due to extremely long, very thin current carrying straight wire. क्या ऐसी चीज़ हम चैप्टर नंबर 1 में पढ़ चुके हैं? याद हो तो क्या था? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू इन्फाइनाइटली लॉन्ग यूनिफॉर्मली चार्ज स्ट्रेट वायर. याद हो तो, जिसके लिए हमने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड फाइंड की थी. यहाँ पे क्या फाइंड करना है? मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. यू कैन फाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एट एनी पॉइंट सराउंडिंग टू दिस वायर यूजिंग एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ ऑल्सो एंड यूजिंग बायो-सावर्ट्स लॉ ऑल्सो. जो लगाना है उससे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड मिलने वाली है. बट एज आई टोल्ड यू, यूजिंग गाउसी's लॉ वी कैन easily find electric field, and using Ampere circuital law we can easily find magnetic field. So here we have taken uniform electric current I. So whenever there is steady electric current, then we can apply Ampere circuital law. तो यहाँ पे एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ लगा के देख लेते हैं. अगर बायो-सावर्ट्स लॉ लगाओगे तो मेथड जो है वो बहुत ही लेंदी हो जाएगा, डेरिवेशन बढ़ जाएंगे. बट यूजिंग एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ वी कैन इजीली फाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. आइए देखते हैं कैसे फाइंड करेंगे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड यूजिंग एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ. सो हियर आई हैव कंसिडर्ड वन वेरी लॉन्ग करंट कैरिंग स्ट्रेट वायर. Current is flowing in upper direction, that is I, and I want to find magnetic field at point Q. At what point? At point Q, which is at distance r from this wire. So at a distance r, I want to find magnetic field. So whenever you want to apply Ampere circuital law, at the time you should consider one closed loop. It means we have to consider one Amperian loop. So for this straight current carrying wire, which type of magnetic field lines we will get? कैसी magnetic field line मिलने वाली है? Whenever we have straight current carrying wire, at the time we will get circular magnetic field lines. Yes or no? We will get circular magnetic field lines. So out of that circular magnetic field lines, let me consider one magnetic field line which passes through this point Q. एक ऐसी सर्कुलर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइन कंसिडर कर लेते हैं जो कहाँ से पास हो रही है? फ्रॉम पॉइंट Q. So here I have considered one circular magnetic field line which passes through this point Q. So let me consider one circular एम्पीरियन लूप. हमने क्या कंसिडर किया है? सर्कुलर एम्पीरियन लूप. सर्कुलर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइन्स वी विल गेट, एंड आई एम टेकिंग सर्कुलर लूप. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट एम्पीरियन लूप. नाउ what will be the direction of magnetic field? When we take current in upper direction, to find the direction of magnetic field, what we have to do? Just you have to hold this current carrying wire in your right hand palm such that thumb should be in the direction of electric current and fingers will give you direction of magnetic field. So here if we have current in upward direction, then this way we will get magnetic field. And here I am considering line elements in the direction of magnetic field. So let me consider one line element dl vector in the direction of magnetic field. So magnetic field and this dl vector both are in the same direction. At different points on this circle, magnetic field and line elements both are in the same direction. Let me apply Ampere's circuital law. Closed loop line integration of magnetic field is equal to mu naught sigma I. Yes sir, यहाँ पे पढ़े closed loop line integration of magnetic field is nothing but mu naught sigma I. B vector dot dl vector can be written as B dl cos theta, where theta is the angle between magnetic field and line element dl. Magnetic field and dl vector, B vector and dl vector both are in the same direction. If both are in the same direction, then angle between them will be 0. Cos 0 is equal to mu naught sigma I, that is the algebraic sum of electric currents enclosed by the Amperian loop. Here we have considered only one wire, therefore only electric current I is enclosed by this Amperian loop. So this can be written as mu naught I. What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0, that is 1. So this can be written as B closed loop integration of dl mu naught I. At all the points on this loop, magnetic field will be same because all the points are at the same distance r. Therefore here we can take this magnetic field outside the integration. Magnetic field will be same at all the points on this circular loop. Therefore this magnetic field is uniform and therefore we can take it outside the integration. So B closed loop integration of dl is equal to mu naught I. Closed loop integration of dl is nothing but summation of all the small line elements over this circular loop. So closed loop integration of dl will give you length of this circular loop. So what is the length of the circle? That is nothing but circumference. What is the circumference? That is 2 pi r is equal to mu naught I. Correct? Therefore magnetic field B at point Q is nothing but mu naught I upon 2 pi r. This is the formula of magnetic field at point Q, mu naught I upon 2 pi r. If you want magnetic field at point P, at point R, then magnetic field will be same. Current, that is same. Perpendicular distance from this wire at point P and at point R is same. So point P, point Q and point R, these 3 points are symmetric. Why these 3 points are symmetric? Because point P, point Q and point R, all these 3 points are at a distance r from this wire and magnetic field is also same. Therefore we can say that these 3 points are symmetric. मतलब सेम परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस पे आपको मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कैसी मिलेगी? सेम म्यू नॉट आई अपॉन 2 पाई आर. यस सर, क्या क्लियर है? अगर इस तरफ फाइंड करते आर डिस्टेंस पे तो मैग्नीट्यूड तो क्या आता? म्यू नॉट आई अपॉन 2 पाई आर. डायरेक्शन बदल जाएगी, डायरेक्शन बदल जाएगी. डायरेक्शन के लिए क्या यूज़ करना है? राइट हैंड थंब रूल. So using right hand thumb rule we can find direction of magnetic field at different points, but magnitude of the magnetic field will be mu naught I upon 2 pi r. So using Ampere circuital law we can easily obtain the value of magnetic field. अगर यहीं पे आपने बायो-सावर्ट्स लॉ यूज़ किया होता तो यही प्रोसीजर बहुत लंबा हो जाता. क्या ठीक समझ में आया? एकदम परफेक्ट. So this is the formula of magnetic field outside the wire. Whenever we have to find magnetic field outside the wire, then using this formula we can find magnetic field when straight current carrying wire is given to us. When very long straight current carrying wire is given to us, at that time we can find magnetic field outside the wire using this formula. B is equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi r. क्या ये चीज़ें क्लियर है एकदम? चलो एक और केस लेते हैं और एक और बार मैग्नेटिक फील्ड फाइंड करते हैं. बट नाउ आई विल फाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इनसाइड द थिक करंट कैरिंग वायर. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू डू? नाउ वी विल फाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इनसाइड थिक करंट कैरिंग वायर. नाउ सेकंड केस, टू फाइंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इनसाइड करंट कैरिंग एक्सट्रीमली लॉन्ग थिक स्ट्रेट वायर. Thick straight wire I have taken, extremely long, having radius of cross section A, and let me take current I is flowing through this thick straight wire, and that current I is uniformly distributed over this wire. मतलब इस पूरी वायर में से कितना करंट फ्लो हो रहा है? I. And we want to find magnetic field at this point, which is at perpendicular distance r from the axis of this wire. At perpendicular distance r from the axis of this wire, we want to find magnetic field. Here r that is less than a. Radius of this straight wire, radius of the cross section of this wire, that is a, and at distance r we want to find magnetic field. If we want to find magnetic field using Ampere circuital law, then we have to consider one closed loop. So due to straight current carrying wire, we will have circular magnetic field lines. So let me consider one circular Amperian loop like this. Here direction of magnetic field and a line element dl is same. It means B vector and dl vector are parallel to each other. So using Ampere circuital law, we can find magnetic field at a distance r. So first of all we should find इलेक्ट्रिक करंट एनक्लोज्ड बाय दिस लूप. कितना करंट एनक्लोज हुआ है वो हमें फाइंड कर लेना चाहिए. मतलब इसके अंदर से कितना करंट फ्लो हो रहा है. टोटल वायर में से तो कितना फ्लो हो रहा है? I. पर इस लूप में से कितना करंट फ्लो हो रहा है वो हमें फाइंड कर लेना चाहिए. बिकॉज करंट इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड यूनिफॉर्मली, सो सेम अमाउंट ऑफ करंट विल नॉट फ्लो थ्रू दिस एम्पीरियन लूप. टोटल करंट कितना फ्लो हो रहा है? I. पर इस एम्पीरियन लूप में से करंट I फ्लो होने वाला नहीं है, बिकॉज दिस करंट I इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड यूनिफॉर्मली थ्रू आउट दिस वायर. मतलब इस लूप में से कितना करंट फ्लो होगा वो हमें फाइंड कर लेना चाहिए. तो कैसे मिले? फ्रॉम पाई ए स्क्वेयर एरिया, इफ यू कंसिडर एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन, देन दैट इज पाई ए स्क्वेयर. तो इतने एरिया में से कितना करंट फ्लो हो रहा है? I. देन फ्रॉम द एरिया ऑफ दिस सर्कल what amount of current will flow? तो from this pi r square area current that is, let me take IE. तो क्या बनेगा IE? IE is nothing but pi r square upon pi a square into I, pi r square into I upon pi a square. Pi will get cancelled. Therefore we can write IE is equal to I into R square upon A square. If current is distributed uniformly, then current density will be same. And already we have studied about electric current density. क्या थी electric current density? J is equal to I by A. याद हो तो electric current upon area. So current density will remain same. So if current density is uniform, then we can write J is equal to I upon pi A square is equal to IE upon pi R square. पाई ए स्क्वायर एरिया में से कितना करंट फ्लो हो रहा है? आई, तो आई अपॉन पाई ए स्क्वायर. इसमें से हमने कितना करंट सोच लिया? आई ई, तो इसमें से करंट क्या फ्लो होगा? आई ई अपॉन पाई आर स्क्वायर. क्या समझ में आया? एकदम परफेक्ट. सो करंट डेंसिटी दैट इज यूनिफॉर्म. देयरफॉर आई ई इज इक्वल टू आई आर स्क्वायर अपॉन ए स्क्वायर. मतलब टोटल वायर में से कितना करंट फ्लो हो रहा है? आई, पर इस लूप में से कितना करंट फ्लो हो रहा है? आई ई. Now we can apply एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ. चलो क्या बनेगा? B वेक्टर डॉट डी एल वेक्टर दैट इज बी डी एल cos 0 because magnetic field and line element both are in the same direction. B vector and DL vector both are parallel to each other. So B DL cos 0 is equal to mu naught I E. So here this can be written as B closed loop integration of dl is equal to mu naught. What is the value of IE? I into R square upon A square. What is the closed loop integration of dl? That is nothing but summation of all the small line elements over this closed loop. Summation of all these small elements over this loop is nothing but circumference. So circumference is nothing but 2 pi r. Therefore B into 2 pi r is equal to mu naught I R square upon A square. R will get cancelled. Therefore magnetic field B is equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi A square into R. Correct? So formula of magnetic field, that is mu naught I upon 2 pi A square into R. What is A? That is the radius of cross section of thick wire. What is R? That is the radius of considered Amperian loop. What is R? The distance at which we want to find magnetic field. यहीं पे find करनी है magnetic field. So R is nothing but distance at which we want to find magnetic field. From this we can write magnetic field inside the thick wire is directly proportional to R. Magnetic field inside current carrying extremely long thick straight wire is directly proportional to distance R from the axis of wire. And here when we are considering magnetic field outside the wire, at that time magnetic field is inversely proportional to distance R from the axis of wire. Here we have considered thin straight wire. Then axis of the wire is nothing but this thin straight wire, and from that at a distance R we want to find magnetic field. So magnetic field outside the wire is inversely proportional to R. When we consider magnetic field on the axis of wire, then magnetic field on the axis of the wire will be 0. We will not get magnetic field on the axis of wire. We will get magnetic field outside the wire. We will get magnetic field inside the thick wire, but on the axis of wire magnetic field will be 0, because according to Ørsted, magnetic field is produced surrounding to the wire. So on the axis of wire we will not get magnetic field. We will get magnetic field surrounding to the axis of wire. If we have thin wire, then we will get magnetic field surrounding to the wire. If we have thick wire, then we will get magnetic field surrounding to the axis of wire. It means when we have thick wire, at the time we will get magnetic field inside the wire also, outside the wire also. Magnetic field inside the wire is directly proportional to R. Magnetic field outside the wire, that is inversely proportional to R. If we want to draw the graph of magnetic field versus distance, then what should be the curve of magnetic field versus distance? यहाँ पे ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ, कैसा ग्राफ बनेगा? Magnetic field versus distance R. This I am considering R is equal to A. So this is inside the wire. This portion is nothing but R less than A, and this portion I am taking R greater than A, right? So inside the wire, magnetic field is directly proportional to R. Inside the wire, magnetic field is directly proportional to R. On the axis, magnetic field is 0, and as we move away from the axis, magnetic field is directly proportional to R. It means magnetic field increases proportionally. तो magnetic field बढ़ती जाएगी like this. Here magnetic field is directly proportional to R, and on the surface of this wire, magnetic field will be maximum. Here you will get maximum magnetic field. कितनी होगी magnetic field on the surface? तो सरफेस पे पहुंच जाऊं तो R कितना हो जाएगा? अगर सरफेस पे पहुंच जाए तो R क्या हो जाएगा? R की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी? A. Substitute R is equal to A. A will get cancel. What we will get? Mu naught I upon 2 pi A. तो यहाँ पे क्या बन जाएगा? Mu naught I upon 2 pi A. Correct? On the surface of the wire, magnetic field will be maximum when we have thick wire. Outside the wire, magnetic field is inversely proportional to distance. So here we will get this type of curve. Magnetic field is inversely proportional to distance. So this is the graph of magnetic field versus distance for thick, extremely long, straight current carrying wire. When we have thick, straight, extremely long current carrying wire, at that time graph of magnetic field versus distance R will be like this. So with this I have completed example 4.8. कौन सा खत्म कर दिया? Example 4.8. This is nothing but example 4.8. ये जो दो मैंने केस लिए हैं वो किसके हैं? एग्जाम्पल 4.8 के. मतलब हमने एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ थियरी तो समझ ली, उसके साथ साथ हमने एक एग्जाम्पल भी सॉल्व कर लिया. आई होप एम्पियर सर्किटल लॉ एंड एग्जाम्पल 4.8 इज नाउ क्लियर टू यू. I am giving you this example 4.8 in homework. Write it 2 times in your notebook. With this I am ending today's lecture. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, थैंक यू.